Scorpio, happy days. Namaste. The 9th to the 20th of November. This is why am I stuck? So if you are stuck, this is why am I stuck. So I do this after the full moon eclipse, because we've been asked to be coming into our authentic selves, and for a while now, and now this is a big energy issue. Now it's coming forward, and it is a big change in the way things are happening for us. So especially if this is your Saturn return. Not that I'm an astrologer, but this is what they say. If it's your Saturn return, I think it's like if you were born in 1994, it might be your first Saturn return, and I think it's late 60s, it's your second Saturn return. But have a look, because if it is your Saturn return, then it's a big deal. There's a big change going on. And if we know that, then it's easier to navigate with those energies, to understand that if we're being called to change, there's a reason for it. And it is all about our personal journey, remember, at the end of the day. So this is why am I stuck. So why are you stuck? Maybe you don't value yourself or respect yourself enough, Scorpio. This is... how did I get into this issue? This is what was hidden. This is the advice going forward. And this is what the outcome is going to be. So... why am I stuck? Do you not value yourself? Is there a... Right, I'm going to go back to the land of the giants. I've said this a couple of times this week. So if anybody does know what the story is, I just know the outside of it, which is basically we are born into a land of giants, and the giants say this is how it works in our land, so this is the rules that you're going to follow. So it doesn't really leave a lot of personal expression or getting to know ourselves, because we are already, as soon as we can do something, there are ways of being that we're supposed to do. And society, whatever society we're born into, like whatever surrounds us that we're born into, it has its own certain ways of doing things and its own success criteria, which says you are successful if you do this, this and this by this age and that age and the other age, or if you do it in this way. That's what makes you successful in the society that you're brought up in or surrounded by. So... do you value yourself and respect yourself? Do you know who you are? Or are you doing it all on other people's terms? Are you are you a square peg in a round hole? Because the society that you were born into doesn't actually take care of your needs, and it's actually not a part of you. You're actually a bit different to what you were born into, and you can't live in those constraints. You want to live in a different way. Okay, so do you value yourself? This is where you're stuck. Are you valuing yourself? This is what got you into the issue. Is what you're doing worth living, giving up life force for? So if it really doesn't fit with you, and if it really doesn't suit you, and you're not finding any personal joy in it, or, you're afraid of doing things differently because it really won't go down well, then you're just living your life in fear of becoming who you are. And I know it's very difficult to step out of that and get people to understand that actually you're different, and that even though you're different, you should be perfectly acceptable as you are. So maybe this is where you're stuck, because you've been trying to be what everybody else wants you to be instead of who you actually are. So I like to say, do you know what eggs you like? Or do you only eat the eggs that other people make all the time? Would it be too difficult to make your own eggs or ask for different types of eggs? And if so, why would it be difficult? What's the problem that surrounds you with that, with you being you? So what was hidden? Well, the ability to breathe, the ability to take time out, the ability to meditate and go inside yourself and express yourself and find out who you are. Maybe you're in a busy environment that's always busy, that you don't get time to work out who you are. Maybe you're brought up with that, work hard, play hard situation where you don't actually get time out to work out what sort of eggs you want. Maybe there's no downtime for you because you're kept too busy by what you're supposed to be doing in society. So maybe it's just not having the time for you to work out what you like. Oh no, don't do it like that, do it like this. Okay, I'll do it like that because that's how everybody else does it. You know, maybe that's it. But if you are having these ideas that actually this doesn't work for me, or some of these things don't work for me because I'd rather do that, don't doubt that you can do this, and don't doubt that you could be happy doing that, and don't doubt that just because you've been doing things one way doesn't mean that you can't do them another way. So don't doubt what's coming at you right now. Don't doubt your own thoughts of actually the way you'd like to do things. Try that. You never know, the people around you might be open to it. Eventually, with kindness, if you explain enough. I did mention to somebody else, Jonathan Seagull, have a read of that, because all the seagulls were saying, no, we don't do this, and then the other seagull went off and did that, and then they saw that made them happy, and that was possible. So maybe the people that are around you don't think it's possible, but actually you do, so you're going to go for it. And then they'll come round when you show them that it can be done. And here you are, here's your outcome, being blessed with an abundantly spiritual life. An abundantly spiritual life is being at one. It can just be being at one with yourself, being at one with your surroundings, being at one with your choosings, being at one with your journey. So maybe that's it. Maybe this is for you, having to show other people. That's proper leadership, isn't it? That's real leadership. Just showing other people that things are possible. Happy days. Namaste.